them. So let's get stuck in. So
Good.
first of all, can you tell me a bit about what the benefits of an MBA or an executive MBA are for a senior executive? So somebody who's already, working at a high level, what are the benefits?
Definitely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me here today, Rebecca. And we really believe in the work of PWN and very excited about the partnership. So, first to just give a little bit of background about INSEAD is we're known as Business School for the World. And so we do have an Executive MBA program with starts in Abu Dhabi, Singapore, and Fontainebleau, France. And what's great about it is being Business School for the World is our Executive MBA alone has 63 different nationalities. So
Wow.
if you think about where the world is now, first of all, there is a massive change in the market, not just because of COVID-19, but before this even happened, we were living in a VUCA world. It was volatile, it was uncertain, it was changing, it was ambiguous. I'm, in my mid 40s, and the companies that I grew up, which were, the top, Fortune 100, or so companies, are completely different now. When I was young, we didn't have the Amazons and the Googles and the Microsofts, and we didn't have this kind of really burgeoning, and growing kind of, entrepreneurial scene and startup scene. And so the world is changing so much, but even with COVID-19, we're seeing hiring, upskilling, what we can do remotely, what we can do digitally. And so what we see is, first of all, people who respect diversity and have a global, outlook and are exposed to different point of views are going to be the best leaders. But also people are going to need skills, and they're going to need to be able to work in this constantly changing and moving environment. And that's what INSEAD does really well, because we throw you in the middle of things and we give you a transformative experience. And I think even if you are a senior executive, so generally our MBA program, the average age is about 29 or 30, but our executive MBA program, the average is greater. So it's really people who are coming, as you mentioned, as kind of senior executives. And I think the idea is upskilling. I think the idea is also having quite a bit of reflection and feedback. What are your triggers? When are you projecting? When are you getting in your own way? So we have an amazing leadership development program that gives you an opportunity to reflect on that and get feedback. And I think what you mentioned even about PWN with being lifelong learning, putting yourself in that environment where you are becoming a lifelong learner, where you're getting into an environment that allows you to learn and be intellectually curious and exposed to diversity and global issues is only going to strengthen your leadership profile.